Schenetir was wasting no time as they got ready for their trans-lunar injection burn with the brand new craft that had been yet to be tested. As he was flying out to the moon, Jebediah was yet again reminded of both how grand the universe was and how important his job was, as he knew the only way for peace among the Kerbals of Kerbin was to be united under a new goal. Interstellar exploration seemed to be the perfect fit for this needed peace. Getting new science, R&D was already happy with Jeb, and Jeb knew that this was merely the tip of the iceberg for any experiments that he could conduct. While this lunar landing hadn't been the fanfare nor publicity that they had hoped, Schenetir was still celebrating not only the massive amounts of science gained, but also the simple fact that this was a milestone for the program. Jebediah was no poet, however he inscribed the first lunar landing plaque. For here I land, and all whom stand, for here I walk, for all whom talk, for here I conquered, and here we are, Schenetir, a nation among the stars. Collecting more valuable science, Jebediah then headed for the second landing zone to tie with the amount of flags placed by the first Aestaris mission. After landing, R&D wanted more science, and the astronomers had always wondered what the large crater slightly to the north of the equator was, so they ordered Jebediah to plot a course for the canyon. However, Jeb was growing more and more concerned about the fuel gauges which were screaming at him. Jebediah planted a flag before he left for his third landing, and on the plaque inscribed, it read, "I am here among the trolls. They are here, for it shall call. The eternal day and night shan't be fright. The plight of might shall prove outright." Jebediah was a captain, not a poet. After landing for his third time, Jebediah yet again collected more science, planted a flag, and wrote his final poem down, which he inscribed as, "Be canyons, chasms, crooked worlds, we stand here unfurled, as we are not meant for idle play, we are meant to be among the void today." Wasting no time, Jeb set off with his fuel gauge screaming at him. It could get him into lunar orbit. However, Kerbal re-entry was a different story altogether. After running just short, Jebediah realized he had only one option, and that was to use all the remaining monopropellant for his EVA pack and push the craft into Kerbal's atmosphere. Pushing, getting more fuel, and going out to push again caused Jeb's periapts to fall just below the Karman line, which would allow him to re-enter Kerbal's atmosphere, and if worse came to worse, he would leave the atmosphere and come back in for a second re-entry attempt. While Jeb did have to re-enter the atmosphere a second time, everything else went according to plan, and he landed safely in the icy cold waters of home. Once Jeb deployed the detection antenna, the satellite network lit up. However, its connection was slowly getting worse as the batteries were starting to die, as no matter how many were put in, they could never last forever. After gaining an astonishing 105 science, R&D could study and unlock anything that they could think of. New technologies came in at a good time, as unbeknownst to them, Aestaris was getting geared up to finally make the trek to orbit and land on Minmus.